Happy International Cat Day. Think you're a cat fanatic? I have cat trivia for you. Which of the following is not a native Taiwanese cat species? A. The Formosan marbled cat. B. The Taiwanese leopard cat. Or C. The Formosan spotted leopard. Keep listening to Formosa Fauna to find out. Spend the next 20 minutes feeding your brain with Formosa Fauna so you can learn all about the animal kingdom and become smarter than all of your friends. Every Friday is Formosa Fauna Friday. Hello, I'm Tristan Hildebrand, the voice of Formosa Fauna. I love animals and I love talking about them. If you're even remotely curious about the animal kingdom, you're in the right place. Actually, there is no such thing as a Taiwanese marbled cat. Taiwan has just two native cat species, the Taiwanese leopard cat and the Formosan spotted leopard. The marbled cat may sound familiar to some listeners because it's a small wild cat that is native to the eastern Himalayas to the Southeast Asia area. Unfortunately, Taiwan no longer has two native cat species, as one of them has been declared extinct. Declared extinct in 2013 after a years-long project to capture one on camera failed, the predatory cat was reportedly spotted by rangers twice in 2024 in a remote part of Taiwan. The clouded leopard is not closely related to the leopard, but it has its own genus, separated from the big cat's Panthera. The last official sighting of the animal was way back in 1983. However, National Taidong University's Department of Life Sciences professor Liu Chengxi told Yahoo News that he wasn't surprised there hadn't been a sighting since the animal is vigilant and purposely elusive, avoiding human contact. One Earth writer and digital content producer Channing Sargent writes that the Formosan clouded leopard is an incredible climber and can reach great heights in forest trees. They're exceptionally nimble, having adapted to life in the trees, and have rotating ankles for agility and extra long teeth that help them grasp prey up in the trees where they typically can't engage their front paws. They are also capable of doing something very few cats in the animal kingdom can do, which is climb headfirst down a tree. Bonnie Brightbile with the Association of Zoos says they are phenomenal athletes and can climb like no cat she's ever seen. She's even seen them do things like hang from one paw, hang upside down, and more. In 2024, Alangi village rangers said they saw the cats hunting goats on a cliff in Taidong County, and they held a tribal meeting to create a plan to prohibit outsiders from hunting in that area and to ask the Forestry Bureau to stop disruptive activities like logging. Size-wise, you wouldn't think it would be so hard to confirm whether or not Taiwan still has living Formosan clouded leopards. I mean, Taiwan is about the size of the U.S. state Maryland, about half the size of Scotland. However, approximately 70% of Taiwan's landmass is covered by mountains, making it one of the most mountainous islands in the world. There are even 165 mountains that are above 3,000 meters or more above sea level, 275 peaks in total. Much of that land is densely vegetated, and while Taiwan is a hiker's paradise, much of it is also very dangerous to explore. And when you factor in how vigilant and purposely elusive they are, avoiding human contact, it does make getting an idea of the population rather difficult. But let's shift gears to Taiwan's other still living native species, the Taiwanese leopard cat. They're similar in size to the average domestic house cat, but have a distinct leopard pattern, round ears with white splotches on the back, and much different looking faces. The Taiwanese leopard cat is classified as endangered, critically endangered, with likely less than 500 out there in the wild. When I was working on some projects with the Taiwanese leopard cat conservation group, I heard several people remark that Taiwan has just 2 native species, one of which was not saved in time for populations to stabilize, so losing another would be irresponsible. They also remarked that they would feel ashamed that Taiwanese people let this happen again when facing international organizations, for example. A lot of people, me included, when we first hear that the numbers are dwindling, think, well, let's go round a few up and let them procreate, help them boost the numbers a little bit. But as I learned during one of these projects, I was told, 其实石虎很会生, which means actually Taiwanese leopard cats are great at procreating. And instead, it's actually the environment that they're born into that is just not conducive to their survival anymore. There are multiple environmental factors that don't make Taiwan conducive to Taiwanese leopard cats' survival. Some of them are pretty standard when it comes to conservation, and some of them you probably wouldn't be able to guess. Let's list out 6 major threats to Taiwanese leopard cats. 1. Land development has taken away a lot of their habitat. 2. The construction of roads has fragmented their habitat. 3. There's competition with stray dogs and cats. 4. They've been hit by cars. Often. 5. They've been trapped or killed by humans who are upset that their chickens and other livestock are being attacked or eaten, but maybe those people didn't even know what the animal was that was responsible. 6. Pesticides and poison bait has been ingested by them or destroyed their food supply. Particularly, let's talk about competition with stray dogs or cats, because this goes even a bit further than just that. Not only do the different species compete for the same resources, not only do dogs sometimes catch and kill the leopard cats, they're also very vulnerable to diseases carried by these stray animals, especially if the animals weren't vaccinated against these diseases, but even sometimes when they already are vaccinated and are just carriers. Each one of the 6 reasons listed above is human inflicted. Even if it's dogs and domestic cats, it's also human inflicted because people brought these non-native species to Taiwan, allowing them to be in the wild instead of just at home. While many pet owners who find it difficult to continue being a pet owner think it's a great alternative to just release these pets out into the mountainous areas where they can run freely and be wild cats and dogs, that is just so irresponsible, incorrect, and devastating for those animals and other animals. So just some food for thought about Taiwan's native cat species. There are 2 of them. They are the Formosan clouded leopard, which is now declared extinct or believed to be extinct, and the Taiwanese leopard cat. Taiwan is an island that is 70% covered by mountains, lakes, and jungle. Taiwan's early connections to the Pacific and Southeast Asia are well established and are the basis for seeing Taiwan as an ocean nation. Did you know that over 17,000 species thrive in the deep sea where no light penetrates the ocean waves? Or that there are 38,000 different kinds of microbes in just 1 liter of seawater? These were all discoveries made by the Census of Marine Life, a 10-year international effort that assessed the diversity, distribution, and abundance of marine life. Today's fish segment is dedicated to International Cat Day, which is today, August 8th, because we're talking all about the fish cats love most. Cats are known for their love of fish, and there are good reasons why. Not only do many cats have a natural craving for fish, but it's also a nutritional powerhouse for feline health. Fish is a rich natural source of omega-3 fatty acids. Cats, like humans, require both omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, and like humans, cats cannot produce omega-3 in their bodies, which means they need to get these essential fatty acids from their diet. Just like in humans, omega-3 and 6 fatty acids in seafood have been shown to improve both eye and brain health in cats. Studies have shown how DHA it's a kind of acid found in fish oil, plays an important role in the development of kittens, especially when it comes to vision and cognitive performance. Wild salmon is considered one of the best fresh fish for cats to enjoy because it's so rich in omega-3 and omega-6. Wild cod and wild haddock, whitefish, also pack a punch when it comes to nutritional tastiness. Honorable mentions include tuna, sardines, and herring. However, one type of fish that's seen a lot more attention in Taiwan in recent years has become my cat's favorite. It's called milkfish, and it's naturally found in the Indian Ocean and across the Pacific Ocean. Taiwanese people, humans, consume a lot of this fish, and there are plenty of milkfish ponds created to harvest them, especially in Yunlin, Jiayi, Tainan, and Pingdong. This is funny, Tainan even has something called the Milkfish Palace, which is a museum where you can go learn about the history and background of milkfish or pick up a few new recipes. It's a relatively inexpensive fish, and I bought some dried milkfish just from stalls at summer markets, about $3 per bag, and it's 100% dried fish without additives, and my cats just go crazy for it. It's also a good snack for dogs. This summer, sightings of sperm whales surged off Taiwan's eastern coast, renewing excitement among whale-watching enthusiasts, as reported on by Taiwan News. After 3 years without a sighting of the elusive killer whale, a juvenile reappeared, while encounters with sperm whale calves have become almost a daily occurrence. Even a rare tropical bottlenose whale made its way into the mix. The Visit the Pacific Sperm Whale Project, PI Project, the sign for pi, launched in 2023 and operates 5-hour whale watching tours departing from Hualien Harbor. These expeditions venture up to 12 nautical miles offshore to observe sperm whales while also cataloging other cetaceans, capturing their species, locations, and vocalizations. One pioneer of Taiwan's whale watching movement, Liao Hongqi, founder of the Kuroshio Ocean Education Foundation, began promoting such tours over 2 decades ago. His efforts have helped establish Hualien as the hub of whale tourism and led to an organized reporting system among sea captains for cetacean sightings. Spinner dolphins, pantropical spotted dolphins, and Risso's dolphins usually welcome tourists during the first hour of out-to-sea trips, but since 2018, sperm whale sightings have grown increasingly frequent. While humpback whales were historically hunted to near extinction around this area, sperm whales remain, though they are less understood due to their deep water habitats. The ambition behind the PI project goes beyond tourism. It aims to collect comprehensive data and build an expansive cetacean observation database over 3 years, employing still photography, video, aerial drone shots, underwater imaging, GPS tracking, and acoustic recordings via underwater microphones. The project's name, including the PI sign, encapsulates 3 symbolic meanings. A sperm whale's tail emerging during its deep dive resembles the pi symbol. Pi represents the boundless, non-repeating enormity of the ocean, and the area's marine topography forms a natural pi sign figure. Liao describes this region as a welcoming gateway. It's open, vertical strokes, an invitation to marine visitors. You have a dog and you have a pill that they need to take. How on earth do you get them to take it? First off, the classic move is the sneaky treat trick. You tuck the pill into something irresistible like peanut butter, cream cheese, or a small chunk of hot dog. Most dogs will gulp it down without a second thought, especially if you offer a dummy treat first, one without a pill, then the pill treat, then another dummy to keep them guessing. Just make sure whatever you're using is safe for your dogs. If you've got a dog who's too clever for the classic sneaky treat trick, well, there are still other options. Pill pockets are those soft flavored treats made just for sneaking meds. It can work wonders. Some pet parents crush the pill and mix it into wet food, which is an option, but you have to double check with your vet first because some meds shouldn't be crushed. And if all else fails, there's the hands-on approach. You can tilt your dog's head back, gently open their mouth, place the pill at the back of the tongue, then hold their mouth closed and stroke under their chin. What that does is it encourages them to swallow. Follow that with lots of praise and maybe a victory treat. With a little patience and creativity, you should have confidence that almost every pup can be forced to take their pills. This segment of the show will teach listeners just like you how to train dogs. Starting with the basics, tune in each episode and you'll eventually be able to do just about anything as far as training goes. I don't currently live with any dogs, but find the knowledge widely applicable as I grew up with dogs, hear of people in my circle who are struggling to train their dogs, and run into stray dogs on my way home every day in Taiwan. So if you're like me and don't currently have a way to apply these methods, well, keep tuning in because there's no telling when exactly they might come in handy. Because it's been a very long time since I've updated my pet rescues diary, I will say that while I have been rescuing more stray cats in the area, sporadically as I've been busy, I do still have the very cute kitty, I call her Strong Kitty, who came to me, crossed paths with me when she was in a very, very rough state. She had, I think, 8 or 9 different conditions/diseases. Most of those are fine now, but she still has a blind eye. She will probably always have like a whoo noise when she breathes because of, I guess, the shape of her ribs and her lungs, which is bizarre. I don't know if that happened or what. I'm still unclear on a lot of things. But the last time I think I checked in, she might have upchucked some blood. And that is very scary. First of all, if your pet ever upchucks blood, please take them to the vet. Thankfully, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a death sentence for them, but it means that you need to figure out what the problem is so you can treat it because it's not good. It's really not good. I think the same goes for humans as well. So anyway, after that, we were able to get some more food into her. And, she was below half the weight of a healthy cat, which is devastating. But now she is, I think she gained almost a whole kilogram, right? So she is no longer malnutritioned or emaciated. And while it's very up and down, and sometimes the things that have worked consistently just suddenly don't work again, and there's no really reason behind it, and it is frustrating. I feel like the baseline has been pushed up from where it was before. So in the past, I would kind of feel like I could wake up any day and she might no longer be living. But now I feel confident in the fact that she has most of her conditions and symptoms stabilized. So it is very up and down. But now I'm in the point where I'm like, well, if this is the best it's going to get or close to it, when do I start looking for her forever home? And now that she's been at my home for several months, I'm attached to her. She loves me. Oh, it's the whole foster thing happening again. But she cannot be a foster fail because she does have a disease that would transfer over to my other cats. So it's tough. But should I start looking for a new home for her, a permanent home? Is it that time? Let me know what you think and send me any animal-related thoughts, stories, news, or pictures at tristan@rti.org.tw. That is tristan@rti.org.tw. See you next time for Formosa Fauna Fridays here on Radio Taiwan International.